Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
I wanna be the first to buy you the Rolex, baby, I no go fail the test, I pledge, you will make me jogoro.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very intimate and very special to me because I have my dearest friend Sujuane here today, and she's going to be interviewing me. Today you guys will be able to learn way more about myself. I'm going to try to be transparent and show that with you guys, so if you're interested in watching this, just continue to watch.
Okay, Miss Alexa, darling. So tell me a little bit about yourself, like where you come from and your culture and everything. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am Garifuna, of course. I was born in Honduras.
Okay.
And I came to the States back in 2010. So I've only been here for 9 years.
Okay.
And of course, coming from Honduras, you know, I had to adapt myself to a whole new environment. Mm-hmm. You know, a whole new language.
Oh, so you didn't speak English at all?
No, I didn't know nothing. Okay. Of course, I knew like the basics, like window, door.
Okay, yeah, that's not. Yeah, you need to know more than that to get it, to move around.
Right.
Here,
so I went to school here, and it was very tough because it was very different, from coming from Honduras.
So when you say school, did you go to high school here or junior high? How old were you when you moved here?
I was 14, so I went to middle school.
Middle school. Okay.
They actually dropped me because I was supposed to go to high school.
Okay.
But they put me in the 7th grade. They put me 2 grades lower because I didn't know how to speak English.
Right.
So I had a goal, and I was like, I have to graduate in 3 years because I'm not about to be class of 2016. Like, girl, they were putting me all the way. Like,
right.
I'm
right.
like, nah, I can be 20 when I graduate high school. So I actually, when I went to high school, I ended up graduating in 3 years. So that was one of my biggest accomplishments.
Oh, that's good. You
know what I mean? Like being here.
So what is Garifuna?
So we basically we come from Africa.
Okay.
From Africa we went to St. Vincent, and from St. Vincent we basically we got exiled and we ended up in Roatan.
Okay.
Punta Orla to be exact. That's the name of the little place where we ended up at. And now of course we're everywhere. We're like in the States. We have some in Europe. We're everywhere now. But mostly Garifunas are in Belize, Guatemala, Nicaragua.
Oh wow!
And I think I'm missing one. Honduras.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's our culture. We have our food, our own food, our dance, which is called punta, and it's a very rich culture. You know what I mean? It's very similar to, like, I don't know if you ever seen the Nigerians online.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very similar to their culture as well. So
okay,
I'll show you some videos on.
Yeah, show me some dance moves.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah. So I know that you have a blog, so tell me a little bit about your blog. What's the name of it? All that good stuff.
Yeah, my blog is called Alexa Darling. So I started last year.
Okay.
And I started with my name, Alexa Domo. It was just that simple.
Right.
But
why Alexa Darling?
Actually, I have to give credit to one of my co-workers and friends now. Her name is Yvonne, and at work she'll always call me Alexa Darling, Alexa Darling. So I thought it was so cute, and it kind of flowed, with like the D of Domo. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna go with that. And so I just changed everything, Alexa Darling, my social media account, made my logo with that. So I think it just represents me. I feel like I'm such a sweetheart, like, you know what I mean? So go ahead, darling.
You have your moments. No, I'm just kidding.
we all do, but that's how it came up. So I use that platform to express myself. Okay.
So what kind of things, I guess, do you talk about? Is anything off topic, or do you just kind of go there? And
sometimes I just go there.
You just go there. Okay.
It's mostly about lifestyle, so I talk a lot about self-love.
Okay.
You know, encouraging women out there. You know, like giving them tips on how to take care of themselves.
Okay. It's
That's
funny you
like-
say self-love because that's so important. It's so,
Very
especially
important.
for women of color, it's so important because we are one of the most disrespected.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
go through a lot.
we go through a lot.
Yes.
We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So it's
Right.
great that you say self-love. So,
Right.
so I guess how do you do the self-love? So what do you do to help women love themselves?
You know, I was never confident. Like growing up, I
Really?
struggled with
It's hard to because
I
me knowing you
struggled-
now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I struggle with confidence a lot.
Really?
Coming back from Honduras, you know, it's a place. It's like a very, I don't even know how to describe it, but I didn't grow up with, my father.
Okay.
For example.
Okay.
You know, my mother always had to work, and she was working at like a different city in Honduras. She was working in the islands.
Okay.
So for the most part, I was raised with my grandmother, my sister, my uncles,
Okay.
and things like that. And so when I was going to school out there, I was around a lot of the white Hispanics, right? Like the white Hondurans.
Oh.
And
okay.
so
Okay.
you see, they're more known for like having like money. You know, they have their shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
We
gotcha.
really didn't really have it like that.
Right.
And the whole confidence thing, I never felt like I was beautiful. Like, you know, going to school, girl, around all these white like Hondurans.
Right.
I never had a guy coming to me and saying, "You cute, let me be a girl." You know, like, and I'm
Yeah.
just being real because
Right.
I'm sure like people in high school nowadays, they can
Yeah.
relate probably to
And that's
this.
important when you're growing up. It's important to fit in and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So even when I moved to the States, I never had a guy come up to me and say, "You're so beautiful," you know, or, you know, "I want to date you," or I never had guy friends even in school. I guess, and I feel like I was not attractive to them, so they never came up to me. And so that's where all her self-love comes from. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like the whole time I didn't know myself. I wasn't in love with myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a lot of things, you know, a lot of bad decisions because of that.
Because of you not growing up with your father and then the lack of self-confidence
I think that's a lot to do with it.
with your dad.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. You know, I didn't grow up with my father. He was here in the States for the most part.
Oh, he was in the U.S.
in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so when I moved here, when I was 14, that's when I started to live with him.
Okay.
But he wasn't present in my life to
Right.
say, you know, "Hey, how was your day? You know, how was school?" You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't call me to say,
So he was kind of emotionally unavailable.
right. I guess that's the perfect
Right.
word to say. I'm not gonna say that he didn't want to do that. You know, maybe, you know, time. He didn't have time to do it.
Right.
You know, it could be a lot of different things.
You know, I've learned in my 30 plus without telling my age, but I've learned in my 30 plus years that people most times are doing the best that they can do. You know,
Right.
and people can't give you what they don't have.
Exactly.
You know, they can't. And so, I guess, is that what's helped you to
Understand?
understand and to move forward and to, I guess, was that what I guess what caused you to start the blog? I guess was it just mainly like that lack of emotional availability from your dad? Is that
because
what kind of fueled it?
I feel like I need affection. I'm a female. I'm the youngest of 5-6 kids.
Oh wow.
I'm the youngest, so
Right.
I always wanted that father figure. You know, I always felt like I needed my dad to be there for me
Right.
through everything. You know, school. You know, when I was dating. You know, when I got married and all these other things. Like I felt like I needed him there, but he wasn't because he's not a really affectionate person.
Okay. And then it's funny you say married because you got married at a really really young age.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
I was 19 years old when I got married.
Oh wow.
So a little bit talk about that. I was 16 years old when I met my ex, right? And you know, I was all these things. He was calling me beautiful. You know, he was telling me all these things that I didn't
That you didn't
get from
your
my
dad.
father.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So I was getting all of this from him, and I think that's why I fell in love with him
Right.
so fast.
He was filling a void.
He
Yeah.
was that thing that I needed at the time.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I knew that. I don't even think I knew that. I was just going with the flow, and I was just so into him, like, you know. And then I graduated high school, and I think like in July, 2 months after I graduated high school, he proposed.
Oh Oh wow.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you know, of course.
You were happy. Of
I was
course.
happy.
Every girl is happy. Every
You know
girl
what I mean?
wants to
I was
be
really
proposed to.
happy
Yeah.
to be, you
Of
know,
course.
getting
Yeah.
engaged to the person that I love at the moment,
Right.
you know, and he was there for me and everything, you know. So I feel like it was the perfect thing to do at the
Right.
time. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm doing everything the right way.
Mhm.
I'm getting married first, and I'm gonna have kids, you know. And so you know how like that social standards that people have,
Right.
like get married, then have
Mhm.
kids, then have you know.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing everything the right way, but
Mhm.
I didn't know that all those things that I was doing,
Mhm.
it was gonna have a reaction, or
It was gonna backfire.
it was gonna backfire to me
Right.
later on in life. Because I feel like once I turned 22,
Mm-hmm.
no 21, that's when everything hit.
What's everything?
Ooh, that's when I realized, what am I doing?
Right.
Like, do I really want to be married at this
Were
time?
you unhappy? You were unhappy?
I was very unhappy because I feel like this person didn't love me the way that I wanted to be loved. He didn't know my love language, and I was trying my best to be the best wife possible. Of course, we had our ups and downs and everything.
That's all relationships.
Yeah, that's normal. But what I'm saying is that I realized that he wasn't for me, because at 21, that's when I started my blog and I started to do things. I started to find myself, the things that I liked. You know, and so I feel like he did not support those things, and he really wasn't into that. So I was like, okay, I understand you don't have to be the person that you're with doesn't have to support necessarily what you're doing,
right?
But at least for me, support is everything.
Yeah.
And you know how everybody's different, right?
Right.
So for you might be the person that I can handle it if he doesn't support me.
Right.
You know, because but I'm like, to me, that's huge. Like, I want a man that's going to support me in everything I do. And it wasn't like that with him. So I feel like we had two different, like, how do I say it? Like, I was on...
Y'all on two different pages.
On two different pages. Like, we were not coming...
Y'all weren't coming together at all.
So I just felt like it was best for us to, like, live our lives separate and just go our separate ways.
Okay. So I guess for people listening and other women that might be, you know, in a similar situation to you, what would be your aha moment? You know, when you were married, like, what was your moment that you were like, okay, this I need, something needs to change? What was that moment for you?
You know, it would be like little things, like me going to an event, or like if I had at the time I was doing makeup too on the side. So let's say if I had to go and do makeup, my aha moment was every time that I did something that made me happy.
Right.
He wouldn't be happy with it. You know what I mean? Like,
he wouldn't be happy how?
He wouldn't be supportive. He wouldn't say, okay, let's
go.
Or,
he wouldn't like.
Or he wouldn't even cheer me up. Like, I remember I had an event one day. I hope this is early this year actually, and this event was big to me because it was the first time that I was going to be hosting an event live. Right. You know, and that was like
that's a big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah.
That to me, I think that to me was like, nah, we have to like. I can't be with this person because literally when I told him that I was gonna do this event, he was not supportive. He said, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm not talking bad about this person because I'm pretty sure people are watching right now, that might know him. But there's a lot of things that people think and they say out there because they assume, and so I want to clear things up. But yeah, like things like at that particular event, he was not there. He didn't come. He was home. And how would you feel, Sujuane, if I come to you and let's say you have to go do Beyonce's makeup, right? And to you, that's like, whoa, like I have to go out there. Go ahead, speak that. Go ahead, put that. Right, speak into existence. Right. But what if I come to you and you're gonna go do? I'm your man. You're gonna go do Beyonce's makeup, and I'm gonna be like, girl, please. Yeah. You're not gonna, girl, bye. You're not even gonna do her makeup right, or you never done Beyonce's makeup, so I don't know. I don't think you're gonna do it right. Right. That's how you crushing me, like. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Yeah. Like I want you to be like, yes. You want him to be as excited as you are. Exactly. More excited than you. You know. So at that time, I was like, nah, this is not gonna work. I don't want to close doors you know,
Right.
just because he's not supporting me. And that was it. Like, you know, I feel like after that happened, my life has just been great. I've been a lot of doors have opened. Yes, a lot of doors have opened. I've been able to work with a lot of people, different brands, you know, which that was my goal when I started my blog.
Was to work with different brands. And
yeah,
so that's
you
happening.
know, it's happening
a lot of
in less than a year, because I literally at the beginning of this year, that's when I started taking everything more serious. Like I was like, I'm going to create a theme on my Instagram. I'm going to be more active. I'm going to, you know, I had a plan.
And your Instagram, by the way, is popping. Like, it's popping. It's good.
Thank you.
It's good.
So I had a plan, you know what I mean? And I executed that plan in my social media.
Right.
So I feel like the consistency, you know, people are like reaching out to me now, and that's something that I'm really proud of.
Let's go back to the marriage thing. When you were with your ex, and you were saying that he would belittle you, and he was non-supportive, and you know he wasn't like your cheerleader, you know, and cheering you on. Because there are a lot of women now that are going through that, you know, that are in relationships and they're with people, you know, and even with your father, you know, a lot of young girls that might be dealing with that as well. You know, it's like their dads aren't present or aren't, you know, emotionally available. So how are you able to push past that, you know, and then become, you know, Alexa Darling and get to where you are now? How are you able to get through that?
That's a really great question, because I think it had a lot to do with me reflecting by myself, and just, I don't know how to explain it, but I really just took time for myself. You know what I mean? Thinking about it, praying about it, talking to those.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Praying
it's
about
like, I swear to God, God was the one.
Was God in your marriage? Did y'all have God? Did y'all like go to church? Did you know?
I'm not gonna know. A lot of times I wanted to go to church.
Right.
But he wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? So I would go to church by myself with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Just pray about it. Just pray about whatever I was dealing with inside. And I feel like that was a problem too. Not going to church. Like I feel like if we don't have God in our marriage, it's not gonna work out. And so a lot of prayer, man. A lot of prayer, praying for discernment. That right there is so important. Like asking God, give me a sign. God, give me a sign. God, and he just kept, he kept giving me signs.
Wow.
He kept giving me signs, and I was like, okay, this is it.
Yeah. And that's interesting when you say signs, because a lot of times God does that. God will give us signs, and we don't just ignore them. We'll just be like, no, that's not.
And you know what? I wasn't with that.
Away.
I wasn't with that. I was like, nah, because it literally, I feel like in a week, I promise you, in a week, that week when I left, there was a lot of things that happened that week.
Right.
A lot of things happened that week. And I just knew that was God telling me, girl, if you don't leave right now,
it's now or never.
It's now or never. And it was never a situation where it was violent, or if it was like, you know, because I want women to know that it doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be about somebody cheating on another person. If you're not happy, that's just what it is. If you're not being happy, or you feel like you're not being treated right. I feel like it's all about self-worth and knowing who you and like your self-worth. Like I learned myself. I was like, when I have to go through the whole self-love journey, I was like, I knew what I deserved. Right. And I just knew that wasn't it. Okay. So like I knew that I deserved better than that.
So what would you say to, let's say me for example, let's pretend like I'm, you know, I've just gotten out of, you know, a bad situation, and I'm wanting to start on my self-care journey. What would be your advice that you would give to me?
I would definitely say to find that thing that you like to do. Okay. What, like, your favorite thing to do, your passion. I know for you is makeup, right? For somebody else might be, you know, working out, you know, anything, whatever your passion is, do that, you know, just focus on that. And while you're doing it, just think about, like, where do you see yourself? You know, do you really see yourself with this person or not? Right. Do you think that in 10 years, you know, the relationship will be it will be good? Like, like, where do you see yourself? And that was one question that I had to ask myself a lot, because I'm like, okay, in 5 years, I don't want to see myself in the situation that I'm in right now. Right. You know. Right. Okay. Like, I want to be happy. Right. You know, I want to have my kids, at least 2. You know what I mean? I want to have my house. I want to be. Yeah. I want to be happy. Yeah. You know, traveling the world, like, and it's possible. I feel like it's really possible. But if you don't get out of what you're at now, it's never gonna come. So I think it's just a journey. You have to just take time for yourself, you know, travel, have fun.
Right.
It's not that hard.
He said it's not that hard.
It is though. It is. I know it is.
Hard.
Like, it is a challenge that you gotta take.
Right.
You know,
a day at a time.
A day at a time.
Okay.
And don't think too much about it. Just go with it, and then pray about it, and God is gonna tell you when to do it. It's that simple.
Okay.
It's just like that's it. It sounds simple, but it's really not. It really is simple. I don't know.
So what are you doing now? Like, what's on the horizons now for Alexa? Like, what's on the map?
Girl, let me tell you, 2020 is about to come up, right?
Okay, I know. I'm ready for it.
And this year, I gave myself a goal. One of my goals was to, of course, take my social media serious, collaborate with people, meet people, network, and work with brands. I did all of those things.
Oh, that was your goal just for 2019?
That was my goal. And then another goal that I had was to travel. I wanted to go to New York so bad because New York, everybody talk about New York. You talk about New York all the time.
Oh, girl, I love New York.
And I feel like I'm the only person who's never been to New York. That's how I felt. And I was like, that was one of my goals, girl.
Right.
I wrote it down. Like, I feel like when you write stuff down.
Yeah, that.
Listen.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Like, you running, I'm going to do this next year.
It gets out of your head and into the universe.
Yes.
Right.
So, I did that. And I actually have to write my goals for next year. But I feel like part of, like, most of the goals that I have for this year, I actually, you know, made it happen. Of course, I have a few ones that I have to work on.
Right.
And I'm gonna add those to next year.
It's okay.
But I'm not gonna be so hard on myself for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is gonna flow.
You know, that's something that we do, especially as women of color. We are so hard. We are our worst critics. We're so hard on ourselves. But with the goal thing, that's some really good advice is you write them down. Don't just keep them in your head. Write down your goals.
And also talk about it. Don't necessarily go on social media and like put it out there, because that's something personal for you that you don't want people to know about. But if you're in your house by yourself, talk. Just say it. Like, I'm going to Dubai next year. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna go to Bali. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta say it.
So it's okay.
It's okay.
If nobody, just make sure nobody's home, right? So they don't. Okay,
so they don't hear your business. And
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? just put it out there, and I feel like that's so important.
Yeah,
that's so important.
Positive affirmation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I live by that. So this or next year, I'm planning on. I want to travel. Like, that's one of my biggest goals.
Like, travel abroad or just travel
like outside of the country.
Okay.
And, you know, of course, focus on my brand. You know what I'm saying? Expand it, grow.
Yeah.
My goal is to eventually just be a full-time blogger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just working with brands, getting paid for that. Hey, there's money in the industry, so why not? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people doing this, so why not?
Like, what's your dream brand to work with? Like, if you could sit down right now and you could just say, wave a magic wand and say, this would be like the perfect situation, what does that look like?
That is a great question. I don't know. Let me see.
Is it like a particular celebrity you would want to work with, or?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's go there.
I love Jackie Aina. I don't know if you know Jackie Aina.
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely love to work with her. Oh my God. That would be nice. Yeah. Like, that would be nice. So I would love to meet her one day. Ooh, imagine this happening. Like, I'm talking about it right now. Imagine this happening.
You just said. So when it happens, we can refer back to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, back to this video. I'm like, see?
And of course, I just want to work with, you know, like those big brands out there, like Nike. You know.
Oh, so it's not just specific to beauty.
I'm lifestyle. So imagine it could be anything related to hotels. It could be
travel.
It could be lifestyle is very
broad.
It's broad. You know what I mean? Like it could be anything.
Okay.
You know, so I'm willing to
do that. Is there anything else you want your viewers to know about you?
Well, like what?
Anything that we didn't touch on in the interview? Anything else you want to know about you?
Well, you know, I gotta brag. So
okay, go ahead.
This year, so you know, I was dealing with the whole marriage situation and getting out of it, and I met somebody, right?
Okay.
I met somebody special.
Okay.
And
So is this special someone? This is part of your. He's going into your 2020.
He
right?
definitely is.
And beyond.
Yeah, he is. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You know, it's so funny because I feel like 2019 was like 3 years in one. Like
It was a decade, girl. It was a whole decade.
It was everything happening this year.
It was a lot.
And I met this guy, and I was not even looking to. I was literally like just trying to be by myself, enjoy life, and you know what I mean. Like I'm not trying to.
Right.
I wasn't trying to deal with nobody, but I feel like I met him at the right time. And when I met him, you know how when you pray for somebody, like when you be praying in your head, like, oh my God, I want somebody like this, or like I feel like just God just knows what you're like.
Right. He
what
knows
you
your heart.
need. And,
He knows your heart. Yeah.
And that person is exactly that.
Wow.
Like he's not perfect.
Right. None of us are.
He be getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you get on his nerves too.
Sure I do. I sure because I'm annoying, but he's like very supportive, girl.
Right.
Very supportive. He's very attentive. He be looking out for me. You know? It's just he has really, really great qualities, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's already experienced a lot of things, and he's ready to just, you know, like
he's gotten all that stuff out of his system. He's ready to kind of settle down. And I don't like to play. I don't like to waste my time with dating everybody and just be acting like that. Like I don't like to do that. I feel like he's great. You know, we travel a lot this year together. You know, spending time girl, you know, blushing and stuff. But you know what is good? What you said that's like can resonate with a lot of your people that are your viewers is that you had to get out of that bad situation in order for you to find him. Because it's like had you had stayed in that because out of fear or whatever, you would have missed your blessing. So that's something that you really should, you know, a message that's really good for your viewers is that you have to move past that. Don't be afraid to move past and get out of your situation because
something you might miss out on
your proof.
You're
living proof.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And you know, a lot of people they say, oh, they might be saying like, oh my God, she just got out of this situation and now she just found this guy. And I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, people don't know. They don't know
They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what I'm going through. And I'm not about to let this pass just because people might say, oh my God, you just left this. I don't care, baby. I'm grown.
It's about being you're happy.
And
that's the most important thing. That you're happy.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Like I'm really grateful for that, and we'll see where life goes. You know, with this.
That's exciting. I want to meet this special guy too. I want to
meet
him.
Yeah, girl. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really, really hope that you guys got something out of this conversation. I just want to let you know that whatever you're dealing with, you know, privately, do not let the world manipulate you to think that you're wrong. You know you, so I encourage you to do what makes you happy. If you're dealing with any situation, relationship that you feel like you don't fit in or you're not being treated the best that you can, try to leave out of that because you don't want to waste time with the wrong person, and you don't want to feel like you're wasting time and not being loved the way you're supposed to be loved. I feel like all women deserve a good man, somebody that's going to be there for them. And I'm going to tell you that if you feel like you need help, if you're dealing with anything right now, reach out to me. I can meet up with anybody. I like to help out, and I just really hope that you guys enjoy this.
I wanna be the first.